Hey entrepreneurs, I know it's been a while since I put out a YouTube video, but I have been thinking long and hard about a topic that I thought would bring you loads of value. And I came up with the idea of speaking about, things to consider before going self-employed or before taking that leap to go self-employed. And this isn't just for those of you who want to go self-employed full time. This is also for some of you who just want to be self-employed as a side hustle, a side gig, and maybe eventually it turns into a full-time hustle. But I know a lot of you as well just want a little bit of extra income. Cost of living, everyone's talking about it. It's getting expensive, and a lot of people are trying to do things on the side and not even necessarily trying to go full-time in it, but just trying to make a little bit of extra income for their holidays or saving for a house or whatever it might be. And in this video, I want to share some of my experiences and some of the lessons I've learned being self-employed. Basically, my whole entire adult life, I've been self-employed, and I've learned so much through that. And there's a lot of things that I wish I knew when I first started out that I want to put in this video. Now, the very first thing that I wanted to speak about in this video about being self-employed and the realities of being self-employed is the initial phase. Now, that initial phase is between 1 to 3 years, usually, sometimes more. But that phase of a business idea when you're just starting out is going to require so much. Like, there's so much learning you have to do in terms of acquiring customers and managing the business, things that work, things that don't work. There's going to be a lot of failures and a lot of learnings in that period. And even if there is success during that period, which hopefully there is, elements of success, that period is usually a big hustle and a grind. And I feel as though, a lot of people around me who've been around me when I've started new businesses or new ventures, whatever the business might be, I see a lot of people crumble around me. A lot of friends fall off. A lot of, relationships don't work because people don't understand like how much of your effort and energy and time and resources starting something new, like a completely new business, can take. And you've got to be prepared and ready for that initial stage. I feel like a lot of people underestimate how much time and effort goes into that initial stage. And I've actually had friends who I've met along my journey of life, as you do, and they've kind of met me during like the more mature stages of some of my businesses, and they've seen, the fact that I don't have to wake up at, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning. I kind of like control my own schedule. I live a life kind of on my terms. And they met me at a time when I wasn't in my hustle first 3 years mode of a particular business. And they looked at me and they thought, oh, Sam, you're so lucky that you're able to do this. But they didn't realize the effort and the energy it took initially for me to kind of get over that hump, to get to a place where the business was able to, essentially be successful to a point where I didn't have to, break my back essentially every single day to make it work. But it's important to know that, there's going to be a hustle and a grind, and that usually comes with the initial phase. And you're the one working hard, but that might impact your immediate relationships as well. So your friends might ask you, why are you not coming out as much? Well, it's because a lot of your money and your resources might be going into your business in that initial stage. It might not be paying you as much as you want it to be paying you, or paying you at all, because you're reinvesting that into your business. And it's important to have people around you that understand that. And not everyone understands just, how much work and effort and energy it takes. And if you have people who just, can check in on you and can just say, look, I know you're starting this business. I know you're really, really busy, but I support you. I'm here when you need. Not the kind of people who, will get angry at you for not calling them all the time or for not being at every single event that they plan. Because, during that phase, it's like having a newborn child. Like, it relies on you a lot. It takes a lot of your energy, your effort, your money, your time. And, sometimes you might even have the time, but you just don't have the energy to do what you were doing before you were self-employed or before you made that decision to become self-employed. Another thing I wanted to touch on in this video is being someone who's self-employed, you have to have an ability to pivot. Like, the world changes so fast, and it could be, pivoting how you're marketing your business. It could be pivoting your business altogether. It could be, slightly changing your target customer. because things always change, and what works today might not work in a year's time. We've seen this, with the rise of AI. We've seen this with the rise of new social media platforms and, algorithm changes on Google and so many things happening in the world, online and offline. When COVID happened, for example, a lot of businesses had to adapt to try and stay alive and survive throughout that period. And pivoting doesn't necessarily mean that you're a failure or you're not doing well. It just means that you have to adapt to the times that we're living in. And your business might be really well set up for the current climate, but things might happen in the world or online that change, and that can impact your income if you don't learn to pivot and if you're not comfortable with that pivot. And that pivot can be really, really challenging sometimes, because you can start seeing an impact in your income. You can start seeing an impact in, the customer base that you had might change. And now you have to essentially go back to that initial 1 to 3 years of grinding and learning something completely new, depending on how big the pivot has to be. But your ability to pivot is going to be so important. Remember, building a business is not necessarily completely linear. There might be years where you feel like, man, you're really, really on top. But then something happens, there's an industry shift, and that shift can sometimes bolster your business and you're doing even better than you were before. So I remember during COVID, a lot of my friends and family members, some of them were losing their jobs because of COVID, because their companies were making people redundant. Whereas with me, with my online business, it was accelerating because there were so many more people online and I was growing. So, what is adverse for some businesses might actually be a big benefit for other businesses. And so you might benefit from more customers during, a particular change in the environment, or you might be one of the companies that are actually, in danger if you don't pivot or make changes. And sometimes that pivot can be you coming out of your comfortable zone. So being self-employed, you've gone through those 1 to 3 years, let's say, and your business is doing really well, and something happens in your industry, you may have to pick up a part-time job. You may have to pick up a part-time hustle, so to speak, if you're self-employed full-time. Or you may just have to go back to the drawing board and really start to hustle again whilst you figure out that new pivot. So it's really important to know and understand that it's not linear all the time. Sometimes you might feel on top of the world, and sometimes the business might take a small dip whilst you figure out some new changes and what's happening in your industry. Once you figure it out, then you'll be soaring again. But, it's really important to understand that the business world can be up and down. It can be quite volatile at times, and not to let that get to you too much. And my final tip in this video is to focus on bringing in sales. Now, this is the marketer in me speaking, but also so many businesses fail because people focus so much on things that don't matter. They want to get their logo right. They want to get their website right. They're trying to sort out an accountant and taxes before any money has ever come in. So what you want to do as an entrepreneur and someone going self-employed is do mini tests. Do tests that don't require a lot of money, or, if it doesn't work, you won't be completely out of pocket. It's about testing these small things. I've tested loads of different ideas that haven't necessarily worked well. And the ones that do work a little bit, it passed the little tests, then I can turn that into a bigger business. So for example, when I started selling on eBay back in the day, I would put a product up for sale that I didn't even have in my inventory. And I would wait to see if someone would buy it. And then if someone bought it, then I would find it elsewhere on the internet and send it to that customer, even at a loss. And the reason why I did that is because I just wanted to see, before I went and spent so much money buying that product wholesale, I just wanted to, see and test if the product, was going to actually work. And if the product didn't work, then I don't have 100 units of that product sitting in my basement. But if the product does work, then I know, okay, cool. Now I can actually try and find that product for a really cheap price wholesale somewhere. And you want to do the same thing for your business. Test out a service. Test out, if people will buy it at a particular price, and don't fully commit until you have some sort of data, you have some sort of sales that's coming in. And when you have that, then you can kind of predict the success and you can kind of build from there. So I kind of wanted to see how well this video does and what your reactions are. So if you found this video helpful, do let me know in the comment section, and based on your interaction with the video, I'll know whether this is something I should turn into a series or not. So hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, please click the like button, and always make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss when I put out my next video. But until next time, have a great day, and I'll see you soon.